Hi, good morning. I hope everybody's well. I'm coming at you live from my bathroom. This video is a live, chatty, get ready with me to talk about down 40 pounds, how I've lost 40 pounds in the past 4.5 months on Brightline eating. I can't believe it's been this much weight loss in that amount of time. I looked at the calendar and was like, wow. So I need to give the explanation. I need to give the stats. I need to give the timeline, like what really happened. So first I want to start with, by saying, like, I'm going to get ready with you as I'm talking because I'm getting ready for church. It's Sunday. Mama ain't got time to film a pre-recorded video and edit. So Mama just giving you the live update. So I apologize for being so, multitasking. But again, I got a kid getting ready for church. First, I want to give you my stats. My highest weight was 210 pounds. I started the original Brightline eating. If you're new to my channel, I upload every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to help you with your weight loss goals, especially if you have binge eating disorder and or if you do Brightline eating. I've been very transparent about my journey here for the past, I don't know how long it's been, 2 years? 2 years? Doesn't matter. But originally when I was 210 pounds, I started at 210. I did Weight Watchers. I lost, I don't remember, 30, 40, whatever, but I'm a yo-yo dieter because of my binge eating disorder, so the scale goes up and down. I was using the Naked Mini Palette by Urban Decay to do my eyes. I've kind of already done that, so now I just need to clean up. Anyway, I had gotten down to about 188, and that's when I did the original Brightline eating. So I did the original Brightline eating, and I got down to 150. So I had lost a total of 60 from my highest weight. But then, because of my binge eating disorder and the weight loss plan on Brightline eating, for me was just not enough food. And I honestly feel like it's not enough food for a lot of people, especially people who try it and are not successful. You gotta add more food, that's my opinion. And they one of my biggest criticisms of Brightline eating is they don't publicize enough that you can add food, especially if you have a tendency to binge eat. So they kind of bury that, they don't really come out with it. There's so many Brightline eating purists who are like, just follow the freaking plan. And then I'm like, there's so many of us that the plan made worse. Because I've gotten so many comments, I've gotten so many emails over the years that I've been promoting Brightline eating where people have just said like, it made me worse. And I'm like, yep, that's me, made me so much worse. But then I did the add food thing and it's like miraculously, I'm following it, no problem. So I'm also transparent about the fact that now I take a prescription appetite suppressant pill. See my previous videos about that. That's also helped me. But even before I was taking the pill, I was able to follow the Brightline eating plan with the additional food. So what I'll tell you is that obviously the added food situation has not slowed my weight loss down. Like obviously, like if you can lose like about 10 pounds a month, or is that what I've done? No, let me stop myself. Let me be transparent. All right, let me back up. The 40 pounds down is from my highest weight of 210. When I restarted, so 210 was my highest, but when I restarted version 2 Brightline eating, I was 203. So in all fairness, although yes, I'm down 40 from my highest weight, I'm not being fair. I just realized this because it's early and I need more coffee, but I just realized that I'm not being fair whenever I say down 40 in 4.5 months. I'm gonna have to go back and change this title of this thing. But anyway, the explanation is it's really down 33 because the 203 was my starting weight this time. So, all right, it's not as it's not as catchy as saying 40 pounds in 4 months. So I'm gonna have to refix that. So 33 pounds in 4 months, I still think is very fast. I am a fast loser. I do exercise. I do have a high metabolism. I always have. When I was doing the Brightline eating weight loss plan, I was losing like 2.5 to 3 pounds a week, which is actually not good. Even though Dr. Susan Pierce Thompson, the founder of Brightline eating, says there's no study that shows losing weight more slowly is better. She said, I say get it off. That's actually false. And the problem I have is that you can always find data, like scientific data and studies to back up whichever way you choose. There's going to be a study out there that validates it. So other studies conflict with that advice that she gave. Other studies say people who lose it a little more slowly are more apt to keep it off because they have more sustainable habits. Also, personal trainers will tell you that if you're losing more than 2 pounds a week on the scale, you're losing muscle. You're losing lean muscle mass because your body is like, I'm in starvation mode. I'm going to eat my muscle. And there's a lot of information out there about this. I'm not going to get into it, but there's scientific data that proves it. So watch out for that. If you're losing more than 2 pounds a week, you have to slow it down. You need to eat more food because your body's eating its lean muscle stores, and that's very high value body parts to eat. So don't let your body eat itself. So my body was eating itself. It was eating its muscle. I definitely slowed down my metabolic rate. I mean, I knew that going into it. Like anytime you control your calories, you're going to eat your muscle. So anyway, this go around, I was so careful about adding more food, especially at the beginning. And I feel good about how far I've come. I also feel good about like exercising. I'm glad that I stuck with it this time. I think the first time I did Bright Lane Eating, I did not exercise. And so I think that was not as good for my mental health. So now I got the exercise going on. I do Beachbody On Demand, the app. I exercise at home, like maybe 1 to 2 days a week, maybe. And then I exercise at the gym like 2 to 3 days a week. So I do like my cardio at the gym, and I do like my strength training / high intensity interval training at home with my Beachbody On Demand app. I am a coach for Beachbody On Demand, which means if you join under me, I get a tiny little commission, and then I will coach you at the beginning. That's my policy. Is like, I will absolutely give you a coaching session. We could do a phone call. We could do a Zoom for like 30 minutes when you sign up under me. You can ask me Bright Lane Eating questions if you want, even though I'm not affiliated with Bright Lane Eating in any shape, form, or fashion. The company probably hates me. Even though I've won probably thousands of people over to their cause, the company's probably like, she is so rogue. Meaning like I don't follow the original plan. And I point out what I perceive to be the company's flaws. But overall, I'm like, this is the best program out there for people like me. So I definitely still promote it. About what I wish I had known back when I restarted. I wish I had known that it's okay to take the appetite suppressant pill. I wish I had known that I would need it because I had fallen back into binge eating. I was doing really well on the version 2 Bright Lane Eating plan. This is the Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo by Living Proof. It's the best. I was using this morning Not Your Mother's Clean Freak, and it's a waste of time. Like, I was like, why did I even buy that? It's terrible. Doesn't work. Gotta go with the real good stuff. If you got greasy hair like I do. But I wish I had known that it was gonna help me that much because I would have started it earlier. My endocrine specialist, I talked about my appetite suppressant pill in other videos, so go see it. Scroll down and you'll see the video that says the pill that's helping me lose weight. And I'm, in the thumbnail, the picture I'm holding, or there's pills in it. Anyway, I resisted it because I felt like, oh, it's not good. You got to do it on your own. No, don't be afraid to get medicine if you need help. Like, see your doctor. Everybody's different. But I saw my endocrine specialist and she's like, absolutely, take this pill. Because I had taken it before and it was good for me. So anyway, that's one thing I wish I had learned. Another lesson learned was I wish I had started meal prepping like right at the beginning of my journey better because I was very inefficient with how I meal prepped. And now I'm very efficient with it. Like on Sundays or Saturdays, whenever I have time, I just get right to it. And I just have a whole series of steps that I do. I need to film how I meal prep for Bright Lane Eating, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's such a process that like my 2 Bright Lane Eating blogger buddies who live in the county that I live in, South Florida, they're like, we would love to see that. And I'm like, yeah, I know that would be helpful, but it's like, it takes me so long to meal prep. If I try to film while I do it, you're talking about adding an extra hour to the process, and the process is already so long. But the summary of how I do it is basically like, I get my groceries, right? I get my groceries, and then on a Sunday or a Saturday, whenever I have the time, I assess what I'm going to make for that week. Let's say I'm making quinoa. This is how I meal prepped yesterday. I made quinoa. I made like 4 portions. I did like a cup of quinoa in my rice cooker. So that was cooking. I baked green beans. And then there've been also times whenever I did like the always pan. I don't know if you've heard me talk about it before, but I have videos about it. My most recent video that I published yesterday is talking about the always pan small cast iron version. The big pan has stackable bamboo steamers, and literally you can meal prep 3 different veggies at once. Like you can steam 3 different veggies at once. I've done that where it's like green beans, broccoli, carrots, and I just stack them, corn, whatever. So that's helpful. Instant Pot is your friend. I just get it done. And then I have the portion containers. Like you just, I'm talking about, you portion out those meal prep containers. Those are helpful. And then I just can grab my dinner when I'm ready. Another big tip for me that has like really been a game changer. This is another thing I wish I had learned in my lessons learned. Batch prep your breakfast. Get the Natalie All batch prep cookbook, and it's in my description box below. Batch Cooking Made Easy, it's what it's called. I started making those breakfasts so that I just had a grab and go breakfast 4 days a week. I always made a 4-portion serving. I never chose the 3 portions. I did once like a PB&J pie because that was super popular. I've actually made that recipe here on my channel, but it's only 3, so I need 4 servings. I actually, this past week, did an 8 serving. Like I took the 4-portion serving of the pumpkin and banana breakfast muffins and I doubled it and I made 8. And I never make the muffins. That takes too long. I just dump it all in a casserole dish and then I cut it up. So that's helpful. So those are my lessons learned that I wish I had known when I was restarting Bright Line Eating. I don't really have much more to say. I'm just happy that it's going well. And I wanted to come on and let y'all know about this milestone. When I stepped on the scale, I was 170 and I was like, yay. I actually got down to 169.8 and I was just really thrilled about it. So I just felt like it was worth coming on here and sharing with y'all some lessons learned and just how I feel about it as I got ready for church. Anyway, I'm sending you love. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.